and welcome to today's video. If you follow me on Instagram, you may know that I've recently been painting my house. Well, actually I painted the office and the living and our bedroom myself. I feel like I'm kind of done now, like I'm just gonna get everything else professionally painted because it was fun and I kind of just wanted to prove that I could do it, but equally it was just crazy because we've done it on 2 consecutive weekends. It just meant I just didn't have time to do like anything else, and our house is a mess. So I'm taking today as an opportunity to go through my makeup with you, film a video, and also actually get some stuff done. I recently dyed my hair. I haven't washed my hair today, so please excuse that it's a bit flat. But I recently dyed my hair because I had a colour analysis almost 6 months ago now. I think I might do like a 6-month video about my colour analysis. Let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. Something that came up was that I probably should go back to like a solid colour because I am a sultry winter. Contrast works quite well on me, and also like cool colours. We tried to get my hair like quite cool. This was actually off the neutral chart on the paint thing, on the hair dye thing, this colour. But we couldn't go too cool because my hair had warmth in it and we didn't want it to go like a bit of a green colour as it fades out. But I'm quite happy with it. I definitely had it dyed like a similar colour last year or the year before, but no, it was last year. And I was like, I really think I want to go copper. And like in hindsight, I'm so glad I didn't because I don't think it would have worked for me. I also just want to go for my makeup now and A, kind of have a rejig, and B, what's B? Like kind of get rid of things that are A, really close to the end, because I know there's things here that I just need to kind of finish, and C, anything that's like too warm, because otherwise I get tempted by it and it doesn't really work as well for me. I'm not like excellent with knowing what's warm and cool. Like I can to a certain degree, but not always. So you're gonna have to bear with me. Like sometimes I think something's neutral and someone else will be like, no, that's definitely warm. Obviously if it's like very obviously like an orange red or a blue red, I can tell the difference there. But kind of be patient with me, be nice in the comments, but please like leave me all the comments. Like if I've decided to keep something and I shouldn't, please tell me. And if I've decided to get rid of something that I should keep, again, please tell me. I basically had all this makeup in my bedroom, which is largely where I do my makeup. It's unfortunately not all of my makeup. That's something I'm gonna have to go through at a later date and organise. And also my makeup currently looks like this and this, because I really just had to move it out of a dresser I had in my room. But let's start with brushes because they've been in my kitchen. They've been tucked away, waiting to be organised. So I feel like we'll start there. Not with the brushes that are in my collection that I use very regularly, but with the other ones, which kind of just show that I probably shouldn't be keeping all of those, but let's go get them. These are the makeup brushes that I recently washed, but I haven't used. But that's not to say that I don't have other makeup brushes in the other kind of drawers to be organised, but these are the ones that I haven't recently used. Before we get started though, I have got a bit of paint around my nails because I've been painting, as I mentioned, and also my nails, my like cuticles are really dry because I've been washing my hands so much. It's been insane. So please excuse that. And also I cleaned this just yesterday evening. I don't understand how it's already dirty. But let's have a little look through this. I feel like I shouldn't keep a lot of this, but equally like this is not the craziest in my opinion. So I think I might end up keeping some, getting rid of some, and then also kind of putting some to the side so that I can use them if I need them in the future. I don't kind of need to have them to hand. I don't really even know how to tackle these because I do feel like some of these I really want. Well, these are not brushes, so we'll remove those. Okay, my favourite brushes ever, and what I will probably be keeping, are these. These are the Real Techniques, what are they called? Setting brushes. I just love them. You'll see that I have some more in my general makeup collection. They're great. There's 3 here. 3? Yeah. I actually think like a lot of these brushes I will be keeping because I've purposefully kept them all these years. I then do have a lot of these sort of brushes, which I kind of feel like I don't necessarily need all of these. These two I think are identical. 142, 142, exactly, they are identical. So let's keep one. We'll keep the one that has my initials on it, so SB, and we'll get rid of this one. Not because I don't think this is a good brush, I do, but I don't need to, so we're gonna get rid of them. And then there's these. We have a Sigma and then also a Crown. This one, I don't really like how long it is. I'm not sure what I was using this for, but it seems very unique compared to the others. But I'm gonna keep the Real Techniques one. We'll go with that first. It looks like a good brush. These two, I'm really unsure. What's this brush for? Okay, we're gonna get rid of this one because it seems like too dense to apply something like highlight, but like too long for something like yeah, I just don't think it's for me. We're gonna get rid of that. And this Sigma one, do we keep it? No, let's get rid of it. Oh, then I have these kind of huge brushes. I have 3, this is kind of in there, but not quite. I'm gonna keep this one from Hourglass because it's double-ended, which I find quite useful. But I don't really need both of these. We have a Bare Minerals and an It Cosmetics. The It Cosmetics is a bit denser. Actually, they're not really that dense. I'm gonna get rid of the Bare Minerals and keep the It Cosmetics. I like that this is a bit shorter. There's also this kind of similar Hourglass brush, but I'm going to keep because I love a double-ended brush. I just find them very useful. We have these that I generally use for foundation. This is a limited edition It Cosmetics. I mean, that's cute. Maybe we'll keep it. These are all great brushes. I'm going to get rid of... Yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one from Bare Minerals. Not because it's a great brush, but just because I have too many brushes. But I actually really do like this brush. And then I've actually got a few other Bare Mineral brushes whilst we're here. Please stop rolling. I really like both. I really like these. These are the Shade and Diffuse eye brushes. If you don't have these, if you're looking for a brush, these are actually quite affordable as far as brushes go. Great for concealer, keeping those. Oh, another one of those setting brushes, but honestly, I just love them. I then have so many of these, essentially Urban Decay brushes. This one's not. I don't really need all of these. I'm gonna keep a couple because they are useful. Although not even really that useful. There's clearly 2 styles. So I'm going to keep this pink one, which has like a more blending brush and then like a really defining brush on the end. And I'll get rid of the one that's exactly the same, just different colour. And then there's these. And again, I'm just going to keep one of them. And I'm just going to keep this one. Am I? I'm going to keep this one. It looks slightly different. The end brush seems slightly fluffier and I prefer that. This brush I really like. It came in a set from Smashbox. We'll keep that. This is a nice brush too. What's this from? This is from Real Techniques. I really like a Real Techniques brush. They're really affordable and they're great, especially for liquid products in my opinion. This is the Soft Accent and I quite like this for concealer or even foundation, just kind of general blending. This brush is a really good brush, but as you can see, it's seen better days, so let's get rid of it. This one apparently didn't get washed. I don't know where the end to it is. We're gonna get rid of it. I'm actually going to do it this way around. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. That's an It Cosmetics brush. It's funny because there are brushes here that I love and I can't even tell you where they're from. There's this one, which is, oh, it's actually from Kiko. I really love this brush. It's just a really nice fluffiness, so we'll keep that. Oh, I adore these like tiny brushes. I think they're so incredibly useful for under your lash line. Oh, another one of those setting brushes. Like I said, my favorite brush. I'm gonna keep it. I use this for sometimes cream blush. I use this for concealer. I use this for setting. I use this for highlight. I just think they're really, really good and I need all the ones that I have. I don't really have that many like of these sort of brushes. I think I have one in my makeup collection that I'm currently using, so I'm gonna keep it. I have 2 of these Zoeva brushes. Tempted to keep both, but I'm actually just gonna keep the one. Also, you'll see that I've kind of, there's no rhyme or reason as to which set I'm keeping. I don't care if my brushes match or don't match. This one I'm tempted to keep, it's from MAC. And I've had this for a really long time and I've like loved it throughout the years, but it's kind of not a brush that I really reach for, so I think we can get rid of that. This, by the way, is from e.l.f. It cost me £1.50 many, many years ago, and I just think it's a great brush still, so I'm gonna keep it. Another one, is this MAC as well? No, this is Sigma. I don't know, like this is a concealer brush. I actually don't have any like this, which makes me want to keep it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it because I don't think I have any other brushes like this, but it's not actually a brush that I really find that I use very much. I don't know, what we're gonna keep here. We have Lizelle, no idea what that is. Inglot, this I think is, this is Sigma, and then we have a MAC. I'm gonna keep the MAC just because it's MAC, and honestly, like I just have this unexplainable attachment to MAC brushes because it's all I wanted when I was a child, when I was a teenager. I'm kind of tempted to keep all of them. Yeah, I think I actually may keep all of them. I know that seems quite a lot, but I still got rid of these, which I'm quite happy about. So we are going to keep these. Annoyingly, they don't all fit in one pot, but I have got some other brushes. I think once I can kind of go through my other brushes, we'll kind of be filling out both, and they can't both live with my makeup, in my opinion. And then if you bring this in, you'll see that there is just so much going on here. So I think I probably do have to go through and organize this a little bit because there is this, which is really, really sexy. And I use it when I get chilblains in the winter, but it doesn't really need to be in here. There's some medicine. I basically just chucked everything in here. So I am gonna go through and organize this at least a little bit. So these boxes were even wilder than I expected, I think. I have kind of like half organised them, but it's not been the best. I found a few more brushes. I don't have any other brush that's like this thin, so I'm going to keep it. I have 2 lip brushes, but I think realistically I'm only going to keep one. Now, do I keep the MAC or do I keep the Real Techniques? Oh, I'm kind of tempted to keep both because they're so thin. This is another Bare Minerals brush. Again, this is a really great brush. Do I have one of these already? Maybe not. I'm going to keep that. This one I'm going to get... Oh, this is good for travel. I'm going to keep that. My only spoolie, I'll keep... Okay, actually, I think I'm going to keep these. This fan brush I'm really indecisive about because I just feel like fan brushes are a bit pointless. But this foundation brush I am going to get rid of because these are the brushes I've kind of used recently. You'll see that I've got a couple of travel brushes because they're useful. I've actually got this brush, which is very similar to this this mini version, but I think I'm gonna get rid of the small one because I just don't think I use this enough. But I'm gonna keep the big one. These I love. They've seen better days, but they're still my favourites. This brush as well is great. It's an angled brush from Techniques. These need a bit of a clean. Then I have these 2. I think basically I'm gonna keep everything else because I kind of use them regularly, and you know, gives me a chance to next time get rid of some more. It's always a slow process for me. I kind of accept that I am going to kind of continuously have to do clear outs, but it's just easier, I think, to do lots and get rid of a little at a time than get rid of lots and lots. And honestly, like, compared to what my makeup collection used to be, this is just the tiniest amount. Okay, I feel like we haven't started with colour because it's just so much easier for me to not start with colour because I just want to keep everything that is colour related. I'm gonna have this little bag here of things that I just need to finish sooner rather than later. I have this SPF. You may have seen that it's a lid to it. Look at that, finding lids and everything. This SPF is great, so definitely keeping that. Then I have this eye cream, which I'm very almost finished and really needs to be finished. Same with this vitamin C cream. This is so expensive, but I had this tiny pot and it was honestly incredible, but I just need to finish it and get rid of it because I have a lot of like stuff. This I've had for quite a while and I just think is amazing. This is the Fenty Skin, what's this called? Fenty Skin Hydra Visor SPF 30. I think this is just such a beautiful moisturizer. Probably have like 2 more uses of it. Maybe I have an infill somewhere, and if I do, I'll definitely be using that. I might even be tempted to just buy one because I do think this is great, but I just have so many other products that I need to be finishing, but that one is one of them. This is the Body Shop Elderwise, I pronounce that, Instant Smoothing Cream. Very close to finishing, so I need to get that finished. And same thing kind of applies for this Future Renew Night Cream. Probably 2, 3, maybe 2 more days in that actually, and then get rid of that. These are just so good. If you're looking for a great self-tan for the face, this is great, but that's definitely not I'm definitely not getting rid of that. This is a niacinamide, don't know much about it, but I'll keep that. Largely skincare, I'm just kind of keeping and just hoping to get through. This tiny mini is actually finished, but it needs to go in my little finished pot. An Essential Elizabeth Arden cream. This is another one that's finished, so why? It's because these items need to go in my like empties drawer, and instead they've just been floating about in my regular stuff. This, I'm not sure if it's finished. I really enjoyed this. I've got a tiny bit left. Might not even have a tiny bit left now that I've squirted that out, but I'm just gonna put this in so that next time I do my makeup I can try to see if I've got anything left or it can go. But that was again great. An eye cream. This doesn't need to go in here, it can go in the bathroom because it's a mask. And then a sleep spray again doesn't need to go in here, but I guess it's just going to be all my skincare and I need to get through it sooner rather than later. But let's move on to a few colour bits. Oh, colour's really hard for me. I don't know, let's start with eyeshadow. I actually don't have that much eyeshadow. This is pretty much unheard of for me, but we are going to be saying goodbye to a few things because almost everything here is quite warm toned. So we've got a little Lorac primer. This isn't my only primer, my other primer is just upstairs. It just happened to not come down. Keeping that almost finished. Probably one of those products that I need to finish sooner rather than later. This little Marc Jacobs eyeshadow I quite like, maybe slightly warm toned, but it's a single eyeshadow, I'm going to keep it. Then I have 4 palettes. This one has some warm colours and some cool colours, which is quite nice. This Fenty one really just has very warm colours. And then we also have this one from Too Faced, which has again very warm colours. And then finally, this one from, what's this called? From Charlotte Tilbury, has very warm colours. I definitely have another Charlotte Tilbury palette, like a long one. Oh, here it is. So 4 palettes, and then this one, which is a nice mix, I think, of cool and warm tones. So I'm going to keep this one because it's Charlotte Tilbury. It's got nice warm and cool tones. This one from Too Faced, I'm kind of like in, there's some good shades. Clearly I enjoyed using this, but it's not necessarily the best palette. Let's get rid of it because otherwise I get tempted by it. Same thing for this Fenty. I think it's a beautiful palette. I use it quite a lot, but it's very warm and apparently warm tones don't suit me, so let's get rid of that. This Lorac Pro, I've had it for a while, probably a little bit too long, but I am going to keep it because it has got some nice cool tones in here. And then finally this Charlotte Tilbury, pretty warm toned, but I'm actually going to keep it as well because it's just really hard to say goodbye to Charlotte Tilbury. It's quite hard to say goodbye to Fenty as well, but I am just going to part with that. I feel like I can't keep both. So I now have 3 palettes. I probably do have more palettes elsewhere, but at the moment in my main collection, I have 3 palettes. 3 single eyeshadows. I think these are going to be very warm. We have Smolder by Kosas. It's just a beautiful chocolatey shade. Oh, that's so very tempting to keep that. I have the, oh, these make such a mess. Scattered Lights in the colour Reflect, which looks like this. And then I also have this one, which is Blaze. Now the temptation to keep all 3 is huge. And it's difficult because I think this Scattered Lights colour looks really nice with my eye colour because I have like a slight green tinge in my eyes and this really brings it out. Oh, can I keep them all? Oh, I know this is very much not the point, but I think I am going to keep them all. If I still don't reach this, or I reach this and it doesn't work for me, then I'll get rid of it. But for now, unfortunately, we are going to keep them. Tell me I should get rid of this, and then maybe I'll get rid of it. But for now, we'll keep that. But that still seems very toned down. Let's go on to blush. This is blush and cheeks. Now, I was told that bronzer doesn't suit me, which is fine. I don't really have that many bronzers anyway, actually. I feel like it's something that I've been really kind of like parting ways with. As I've been wanting to downsize my collection, bronzers is something that I've kind of been happy to get rid of. So I have 4 bronzers. We have, and everything needs a wipe down, please excuse that. You know, like makeup drawers just kind of get a bit grubby. This is a powder blush from Fenty Beauty in the colour Shady Biz. I have a cream blusher from Fenty Beauty. This isn't too warm, this one. This is in the colour Macchiato. I have a very almost finished Chanel bronzer, which looks a bit grubby, but almost finished. And then I have this little e.l.f. putty blush. I think I'm going to part ways with this one, which is the e.l.f. one, just because I just don't reach for it really. I don't really reach for bronzer as much as I used to. And I have to get rid of something, so this is what's going. This is kind of almost a bronzer. This is the Nudes Matte. Actually, it's called an all over bronze colour. It's kind of like a blushy bronzer hybrid, but keeping that. And I have 2 others from Nude Sticks as well. Nudies Bloom and Nudies Matte. Nudies Matte's in Hot Fire and Nudies Bloom is in Cherry Blossom Babe. This one is quite warm actually, but this one I don't think is too bad. So I am actually going to keep both. If I'm honest, I'm actually like very happy with these. This Sculpted Lights blush is beautiful. It's in the colour Pink Light, but it's got a really beautiful amount of shimmer. Maybe I'll show you, which I feel like works for me if I'm kind of trying to stay away from bronzer. One of you guys actually said that instead I should go for kind of highlighty products, and I feel like that's kind of it. It's not saying it is still quite warm toned, but I find that the shimmer really helps it. Then I have this, I haven't used this yet, clearly it's in the box, Sculpted Liquid Lights highlight, and this I feel like could be my new best friend going forward because it is a really kind of like cool toned, I think. At least it looks like it might be. Actually, I don't know if it is that cool toned. Oh, it looks really like icy in the packaging, but here I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm going to give that one a go. This I just love. This is from Clinique, and this is a chubby stick in the shade number 1. And then we have 2 products, then we have 4 products, and I'm not sure what the shades are, but I love these, so I'm a bit sad. I am going to get rid of one of these. These are Tata Harper. This one is just like a little bit warmer, I think. So this is the shade Lucky. So, reluctantly, I'm going to get rid of it. And I'm going to keep instead Audacity. Audacity underneath looks like it's so much orange. Hold on. Oh, they're both quite warm, actually. Okay, actually, they're both quite warm. I'm wondering if I have somewhere some more of these, and if I do, then I feel like these need to be replaced because both of these are just so incredibly warm. But for now, I'm going to keep spicy. Oh, I found another one. Hold on, please. I think this is a pink shade. Yeah, this one is a shade called Lovely. And even this is quite warm, but again, it's still slightly cooler than the other one, so we'll keep that for now. I am sad to see the other two go, but it's okay. We have these two Hourglass ones. We have Wonder. Oh, my hands are just so glittery now. We have Wonder, which is pretty damn warm. And we have Devoted. Okay, again, both still quite warm, but Devoted, but I would say Wonder is slightly more so. So we are going to get rid of Wonder and keep Devoted. And that's all my blush, which I, again, don't think is too bad. Then let's just quickly whiz through kind of base products. Because honestly, I think I'm probably going to keep all of this. It might not even be worth going through. There's some products here that really need to be used up. There's like some minis, which I just feel like are very useful to have. Oh, that's another bronzer actually. I'm going to keep this because it's a stick. Yeah, I feel like I'm not actually going to go through this because I'm going to keep all of this. I don't feel like I've got that many foundations. You might disagree, but I feel like once I'm all organised, I kind of use everything. The only maybe I will go through are these from Trini, because I've honestly probably had them too long. Oh, I do like this though. I'm just going to check if I've got any that are really warm toned, and if I do, I'm going to get rid of those. No, that's beautiful actually. Oh yeah, like I said, I've had these too long, but they are so lovely. And because I just use them on myself, I feel like it's not as bad. Oh, okay, well that went straight in the bin. Yeah, I'm actually gonna keep these. Then I have like all these kind of liners and lip liner, like eyeliners, a couple mascaras. I have 3 mascaras. This one I feel like I need to just use up, and then probably does need to kind of go in the bin, go in my empties, go in the recycling, because it is very close to being finished. I really can't tell if this is in focus, and I'll be so upset if I've like filmed the whole of this and nothing is in focus, but we'll see, I guess. This I think is finished, so we'll get rid of this. I've had this a ridiculously long time, and even these, they might be finished, or at least very, very close to finished. So again, something I need to try, and then if they are finished, they need to go. Let's go on to lips. I'm not really looking forward to this, if I'm honest. Lips, this is eyeshadow. Okay, that just seems a bit underwhelming in terms of payoff, so we'll get rid of that. Again, please bear in mind some of these things are a little bit grubby, but everything will get clean. Lip balms, I have 4. I think I'm going to get rid of this Verso one and keep the other 3. I like this as a mini. I should probably kind of get through that, and the other to a Glossier, which is fun. Actually, this is like not very much. I do suspect I have other lip products elsewhere. This one is a little mini from Laura Mercier. I really, really like this. I even really like the size. It's a really like beautiful berry shade, which I think really does suit me. This lip liner we will get rid of. It is in the colour Call Me Crazy. It's from Rimmel. Just because it's very orange. It's a very warm toned red, and I'm trying to avoid wearing those sort of shades and instead go for something like this, which is MAC's Ruby Woo, which is far more neutral, and this shade kind of suits everyone, to be honest. And the liner I often use with that is Red Diva by Rimmel. I found another eyeshadow, which shouldn't be in here. That's gonna go, because like I said, just because something's warm doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna get rid of it. I just want to have like a far less warm collection. So if something's super, super warm, then I will get rid of it. Like this is quite warm, but I'm happy to keep it. This is Thanks, it's MAC. It's also new, so I'm happy that I've got that. This is Mare, gonna keep that. This is another really beautiful red that I think suits me, and this is Red Carpet Red by Charlotte Tilbury. I think this might be a red too. This red I think is really lovely, but the truth is, let me just swatch this other one as well. The 3 of them are just very, very similar. I'm just going to say goodbye to this. This is 400 by Armani. Excellent, excellent colour, but I don't need 3 almost identical red lipsticks. This is Velvet Teddy, which for now I think I will keep. This one here is Pat McGrath negligee. I just don't reach for this enough, so I think I'm happy for it to go. It is beautiful, and that's very much why I was keeping it, but I'm happy for it to leave. This is a Code 8 shade that I made. Honestly, this has seen better days, but I'm going to keep it because I made it. I really like it. This is a NARS, so I'm going to keep that one. We have this, which has really seen better days. It's quite warm toned, so I'm happy to let this one go. It's Urban Decay. This is quite an orangey shade. Yeah, let's say goodbye to that. I don't think I'm gonna miss it. Famous last words. I'm gonna keep my other lip liners. I really don't think I've got that many. And I will probably keep everything else. Let's have a little look actually. Oh, this is another eyeshadow. This I actually think quite warm, right? I just feel like warm makeup is so much more beautiful, isn't it? I'm actually gonna hold on to that one, I think. Oh, this little mini lipstick is from Amy. Sorry, it's from Sculpted by Amy. I didn't actually really love the texture of this, so I'm gonna let this one go. I found it quite waxy. This one is Bare Minerals, just there. I'm gonna keep these 4 glosses. I know, this one I've had it a long time, but I only started using it quite recently. Like, it hadn't even been like squeezed. This one, I know that these are kind of like warmer tones, but oh, it's really hard. I feel that like often like cool toned makeup looks a little bit dated, so I find that really tricky. I'm trying to move away from like any oranges, but if it's like a warm pink, I feel like I'm happy enough for now to kind of keep it. And that said, that is quite orange, the one that I've just swatched. Okay, so we'll keep this one. It's a nice pink. Oh, that's a beautiful like red shade, which I actually think would look very nice on me, so we'll keep that. What's this? Again, another beautiful red shade. And then finally this one. Oh, a bit maybe too warm. Finally, so it seems that what I'm actually going to get rid of is the ones that are in here. Yeah, I mean, like, let's just do it. It's just lipstick. I might be sad, but I'll get over it. No, you know what? I'm not going to miss these. I'm not reaching for these enough to even realise that they're gone. So these 2 are going to go. This is everything that I'm getting rid of, which might not seem like that much, but actually, considering I have not as much makeup as I used to, I actually am still very, very happy with this. And like I said, it's an ongoing process. There's loads of things loads of things that I'm almost finished, which I'm going to try and finish before I buy anything else. And there are products here that like I would love to keep, but I'm letting go, so I'm still quite proud of this. So I've now put everything away, so if you have a little peek in my wardrobe, this is what it looks like. I don't know if a wardrobe is a weird place to keep makeup, but for now, I really don't have anywhere else to keep it that will be this tidy, and it's very much works for me. And I honestly cannot believe this is pretty much most of my makeup. I kind of have foundations here, lips here, cheeks here, eyes here, and then brushes. And then I actually have some brushes in here because I felt that 2 pots was too many, and plus I needed that pot for something else. And then just some like other minis that I might need in the future back there. Oh, and also I do have this little box just out of things that I would like to finish sooner rather than later. And actually I've just kept the skincare in this bag too because I just want to get through these. Actually the sun cream probably shouldn't be in here, but everything else, this worked quite well. Like last night I just put some on my bed. I went through and I used a few things. And that's the end of today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I've been asked by a few people to do some more beauty videos. So let me know what sort of beauty videos you'd like to see, because honestly, I would love to do them. But thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, like this video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you on Thursday.